I hear that.
All right.
Um,
I'll tour you guys through the property after we whenever you want.
okay, cool. So Siam, I'm saying that correctly?
Yeah.
Siam, absolutely. I just want to welcome you to the podcast. This is the Keys to Kingdom podcast. This is actually episode number 5. So
Okay.
after I haven't dropped any yet, but after I finish this podcast, I'm going to just, batch release, and you can find them on YouTube. So I really started this podcast for people who are in my audience who just don't know about real estate. They don't know how to get into real estate. They want to do what you're doing, right? They want to do the multifamily apartment complexes. They want to do large projects, or maybe they have some experience, or they just might own one property or two properties, or they might be a person who's like, hey, I've been in real estate for some time. I want to go to the next level, and you represent the next level for them. Um, so throughout this podcast, I'm gonna ask you a few questions, and then if you have anything you want to share as far as a course, coaching, a product with my audience, just
Yeah.
that'll come up so that they'll know where to get it, how to find it from you, or where to connect with you, and then also how to connect with you on social media. Um, all right, cool. So I'm gonna just hop right into this. So Siam, why did you get into real estate?
Yeah, man. Look, I came up the traditional route. So I come from, immigrant parents. Mother's Dominican, father's Ethiopian. They both came to the United States because, that American dream, right? And they wanted a better life, and they definitely wanted that for their kids. So they instilled hard work into us. I went to school, I went to college, I got a scholarship, and I went out and worked on Wall Street. So I worked in a big company on Wall Street, and I was making amazing money, 6 figures, but I had no time to spend it, right? So I had no time to enjoy it. I was working 80 to 95 hours a week on average. And, on paper, I was successful because I had all this money I was making, but I didn't have the lifestyle and the happiness that I wanted. It all
Mm,
came down to when I was going to get married, right? I've actually been with my wife since I was in high school. So it's my high school sweetheart. And, I wanted to get married with her. And I gave my boss about 3 months head notice that I was going to take 2 weeks off to get married and do my honeymoon. And he said, sure, no problem. When it came time to it, the weekend, a few days before the weekend, I said, hey, remember, I'm not going to be here for the next 2 weeks. And he said, nah, man, I can't do that, right? We can't give you that much time. I can give you maybe a couple days. So he expected me to cancel my honeymoon, cancel my wedding, to be there at work. And so I quit cold turkey. All right. Didn't know what I was going to do next. I was like, man, this is not how I want to spend the next 20, 30, 40 years of my life, grinding for somebody else. And I don't even have freedom to take 2 weeks off if I want to. All right. So I quit cold turkey. Didn't know what I was going to do. In that time frame where I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do, I started selling some cars. My dad sold cars and for his business. And I started selling some cars, flipping motorcycles, trying to figure out what I was going to do. And my brother, who's my business partner, his name is Xavier, stumbled upon a house in Newark, New Jersey. And it was a crappy house, beat down, cheap, 45 grand, surrounded by a bunch of pretty houses. We didn't know how to analyze it, didn't even know, what the numbers were, but we knew that it looked to be like a good deal. So we went and borrowed money from everybody, friends, family, borrowed a couple grand from my dad, put a title loan on my brother's car, and we bought the house. And we bought it, we renovated, and we sold it, and made $60,000. And so
nice.
we were like, oh, this works. We're gonna be overnight millionaires, right? And the next deal smacked us in the face. We lost our behinds off on the next deal because we didn't know what we were doing. We just got lucky. But I knew that this works. I knew there was other people that making money in it. We did it once. We had that taste and it got us excited. So I want to do more. So I went on, got some mentorship, and it changed everything. So I'm in real estate because I really do believe that it's the best vehicle for people to build freedom, build wealth, to build legacy for their families. I've it's been very fortunate to me, right? It's allowed me to become very successful and make it to the top through real estate. So that's the reason why I'm in real estate. It's the best vehicle to build wealth, the only predictable way to build wealth and freedom for you safely and predictably long term.
That's amazing. That is amazing. Wow. Yeah, from just your background, your immigrant parents, to your upbringing, to the successes that you were having, in life, Wall Street, and then, that um turning point, I would say, where you're getting married to your high school sweetheart, and then there's like this crisis where you can't, like, they say, hey, no, you're not free to go take
Yeah,
2 weeks off, and
yeah,
even though you gave them 3 months of notice, um, and then that catapulted you into real estate, which
yeah.
catapulted you into even more success.
Exactly. It was literally that moment that I decided that never again I was going to allow another man to tell me when or when I can't spend time with my loved ones or my family or my kids, my soon to have kids, my wife, my mother. Right? Life is too short, man. We need to take advantage of it while we're here. We're only on this planet for a short period of time, and we need to live life to the best. And real estate is that vehicle that I've chosen to live that lifestyle that I want.
That's great. I mean, that's really cool. Because the next question you really kind of answered it, but I was going to ask you is how did you make that first purchase? So it seems like you really, your brother and then some other friends and business partners at the time, or y'all came together and pooled your money and started going from there.
Right.
Which is cool. So do you feel like that's kind of been I would say a cornerstone of your success?
Yeah, being able to unite people, all right, has been a huge, I guess, impetus to my success. I mean, if we can get together, if we can unite. Look, I'm half black, half Dominican, right? And unfortunately, so many of us brothers don't get together and help support each other. We try to pull each other down, right? And
Yeah.
if we just got together and meet and we support each other, we can get so much further together than it is, chasing or racing each other and trying to be the best and while pulling other people down. That's not the way to get to the top. The way to get to the top is unite and you build. You've seen a pyramid, right? A pyramid has building blocks, and you add all these building blocks to get to the top. So if you want to get to the top with the least resistance, the quickest time frame, you work together and build that building block to get to the top. Right? And that's been why I've been successful because I've been able to loop people in, make other people money, and when you make other people money, guess what they want to do to you? They want to you may help you make money, and it's it's
Yeah.
it's been it's been how we've gotten this far. I mean, in the past 15 years being in this game, I've purchased over $250 million in real estate, right? And we own a rental property worth 80 million bucks with over 600 doors right now, with including one of the properties I'm in right now.
Yeah, yeah. So that's definitely a great segue. So just tell us about this property you're in right now.
Yeah, so I'm in Little Havana, Miami, Florida. So it's an area that pretty much in downtown Miami. We bought this property. It's 72 apartments, and we bought this property for $9.2 million. We did what's called a syndication. We brought people together. Again, we bring people together, right? Got the deal
Mhm.
funded. We closed the deal, and me and my partner are the general partners. We're the ones leading the whole project. Although there's many partners involved in it. And we bought it for $9.2 million. We're spending just about $3 million in renovation on this place, which we're like 80, maybe 90% through. Our goal is to be done with it by the end of the year. And the after repair value when it's done, the stabilized value when it's done and rented is somewhere around 20 to $21 million. So there's a huge upside on this building.
Ooh, that's a so you're saying you purchased for 9.2, put
Mm-hmm.
in 3.3, so
3 million even. It'd be 3 million.
3 million.
And then we're gonna exit it. So call it $12 million, 13 million bucks. We'll exit it for about $21 million is our projected value.
That is those are great margins. Yeah. Yeah. In for 13, out for 21, profit 8 million or so. Those are really great margins. Um, yeah, those are really great margins. So you said previous. Can you show us? Can we get a tour?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me see if I can put the camera around. So I'm actually in one of the studio apartments right now. Can you guys? Let me see if I could.
It's
Can
a
you see it?
little
A bit blurry.
blurry.
It's a little blurry. Oh, let's see. Let me clean the camera. Still blurry.
Still blurry. Maybe it's the focus, or it's like the. I don't know, like it's too far or something. I'm not really sure.
Let me see. So let me. If I flip it around this way, it's still blurry.
Oh,
Hold
it's the
on.
it's the zoom like function where it blurs the background.
Can I? How do I do that? Um,
Let's see.
background and effects. Oh, effects. Oh, none. Yes, you're absolutely right.
Okay, yeah, no blurry now. Okay, yeah, I like this. Okay.
So this unit was completely renovated. It's one of the last. There's two towers to make up this building. So we built a new kitchen, right? New appliances. We installed AC. There was no AC, right? You see new light fixtures. This is completely reframed, new water, and this is something we did to increase value for those that are interested in doing commercial deals. So the previous owner was paying all the water on this building, right? And by paying
Right.
all the water, it was like $6,000 a month. So we installed water meters into every unit, costing about 12 grand to do that. And that $12,000 expense increased the value $1.4 million on a 5 cap. So things like that is what you do in commercial real estate to really boost your revenue. You see, you've got the hallway space right here. This whole side is done though.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
All right, I'll
That's
take you guys. I'll take you guys to the side that's under construction right now. You guys can see it.
yeah, so I'm gonna just speak to audience. So you guys, this is where I'm trying to be at. You know what I'm saying? In a few in time. I'm gonna just say in time because this is a dream, right? This guy, Siam, put together a team. They've got this project. It looks beautiful. Floors look great. The doors have really nice molding.
Oh,
I can see like like the trim on the baseboards looks really good. It looks like whoever did the mudding and the drywall did a great job. Um, color scheme is great. And it's just great to see a project come together
yeah.
when
So see, we did the whole laundry room.
yeah, yeah.
We just got some vending machine installed. So this is what it
Okay.
looks like mid progress. So we took it down, right? See, we built all new staircases. See the drywall being
Hold on now
so
because
we did
I don't
capital
know if
for.
there's something wrong with the Wi-Fi, but the video cut out and the audio is coming through kind of blurry.
Let me see. Go to a different
Yeah,
location.
I can see that staircase.
All right, can you see now?
Yeah, I can. Oh yeah, I can see this is still mid project.
Yeah, this side is under construction. This side will be done by the end of the year. See, they're hanging doors right now on this side. See, they reframed all the new floors. You
Yeah.
can see we put all new floor joists. See, all
Um.
the floor joists are new. I mean, we did a lot here. Look at the bathroom. Right, new shower pans going in. What's up, man? See, you can see all the work that's being done. There's our plumber right there. you
How you doing, man? Need you guys.
want to see the plumbing? He's working on the plumber right now. You want to see the plumbing in action?
Yeah, absolutely. You guys know his work is solid, it's through and through.
Yeah, look, he's putting the stacks. See the risers?
Uh-huh.
Those are built in right now. He just set the toilet space. So you can see he's just setting the toilet there. You can see, and he's working. He's going to be doing the shower pan here. So he's doing a lot of work. So all new plumbing in the whole building.
Wow, all new plumbing. That's just an amazing
All,
renovation. So this project, when you bought it, what was the condition when you purchased it?
oh man, it was in horrible shape. When we purchased it, I'll go outside so it's quiet and stuff now. But when we purchased the building, it was in horrible shape. The rents were somewhere around $700 a month, because the place needed a lot of work. And I mean the floors were all routed, problems all throughout. But that's the reason why we got it for so cheap, right? In comparison. But we put the work in so that in longevity we don't have to worry about leaks and don't have to worry about problems, so that we can own this building for years and just cash flow with minimal maintenance.
Okay, that's great. So I did I not since you kind of went into it, I have a couple questions that came up.
Sure.
I know you said you own 700 or excuse me, 600 doors, and that this property is 72 units. Is that correct?
Correct. That's correct.
So is are the other properties are they also in Miami, like Little Havana, or are they
No, this is our only one in Little Havana right now. But the other projects are in other locations. Like in Ohio, we have a lot of units. We have units in Atlanta, Georgia. We have actually 71 units in the Dominican Republic.
oh, that's really cool. International portfolio.
International hustlers, baby.
Yeah, I didn't mention this. I'm also in Atlanta, so that's where I live at. It's where I'm based out of.
Okay.
Um, I've been to Ohio, and I was looking at some real estate a couple of years ago, maybe 2 years ago. So so walk me through this because I know, Pete, my audience, they're probably curious. I know I'm curious. You said you bought $250 million worth of real estate in the past 15 years.
Correct.
Okay, now I'm just gonna assume my audience, they don't know anything. How does that work? How do you do that? Do you have to be rich? Where does this come from? Like, was it
No,
illegal? All the
no,
questions.
man. Look, so there's a couple pieces of it, right? So we do a lot of syndications, like we do it here, right? On a lot of the commercial stuff. Um, with money. As a matter of fact, there's more money out there than you'll ever need for any of the deals that you want to do. You just have to go out there and grab it. Between hard money, private money, investors that want to place their money and get a good return, there's more money out there than you'll ever need. So once I learned how to go out there and raise money and find money and meet people that are interested in getting into the space, I mean, the rest was history, man. Right? When I started this, I didn't have a lot of money. I told you, we had to put our money together to do the first house and get a title loan on our car. So
Right.
that was like the spark to get everything going. But you can bring on partners, you can bring on lenders, you can bring on you know all different types of ways to get deals funded, and that's how we did it.
Okay. Okay. Where I'm at in the process, and this is like I know this is an interview, but this is also, ongoing, right? I'm also ongoing. I'm still trying to do this first syndication. I'm trying to get, the lawyers in place, the CPAs in place, get the right, research the 506D and the 506B um offerings, as well as raising capital for some projects that I had put some offers in on
Okay.
a couple of weeks ago. So, and I'll tell you about that later. But I'm trying to figure out like how did you navigate that with the paperwork, with the legal team? Did you do it by yourself, or did you have a team of people, or like
Yeah,
a couple
so
people?
in the beginning, my sole focus, and actually for probably the first 10 years, right, or first 8 or 9 years, the sole focus was fixing and flipping. I wanted to and doing new construction. I didn't have rental properties. I didn't want to do commercial deals. All I was doing was buying houses, renovating them, and selling them. I'd get hard money to do that, and hard money to fund the majority of the deal. And then whatever shortage I had, I would get a private lender or a partner to fund that part of it. And we'd split the profits where I pay them great interest, 10, 12, 15% interest on their money. Right now, if you own a property for 6 months because you buy, renovate, and sell it, paying someone 12, 15% of their money a year is not really that much when you factor how much profit you have in these deals. So I was doing that to stack up cash. We did a lot of wholesaling as well to stack up cash. I mean, 2018, I think we probably did almost $1 million in wholesaling by itself. We did all these things just to build up cash. And when I felt like I was comfortable, I said, all right, let me go out there and start building rentals. And I put together this plan called the flip to freedom method, where for every 3 properties you buy, right, I flip 2 and I keep 1 for rental. Right. And sometimes that one I keep for rental is a 10 unit, a 9 unit, a 14 unit. So it allowed us to scale very fast and build our rental portfolio doing that just there. So I took the profits from the 2 flips that I would do, take that profit, double down, and put that into a long-term passive income. And that's how you really build an empire for yourself. The flips are your now money. That pays for your bills. It allows you to stack up some cash. And that passive income, though you're not really benefiting hugely today from it because you get little drips over time, you're setting up your future money, right? You're setting up your retirement. That's how you fire your boss. That's how you get all in on real estate. Don't need to depend on anyone else for a paycheck, right? Because your rentals are paying you. And by doing that, right, that's how I got to 600 doors over a span of just a couple of years using that exact method right there. And many of them are multifamily, but I have the majority of our portfolios in Ohio. And we're starting a massive project in Atlanta, Georgia, where I'll likely be moving to Atlanta actually, where we're going to be developing 40 acres near the Oakland City MARTA spot station. And we're going to be building tons of units, apartments, townhomes, everything, retail. And we're in the process of entitling that right now.
Wow. Okay, that's great. I mean, right, that's right over near West End. So
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's right on the belt line.
yeah, I was just literally over there yesterday. So that would be cool. But yeah, I interviewed that guy. I know that guy. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it'd be great to figure out how I could add, which is another thing, how I can help you. But I'm gonna ask you that question in a little bit because what I want to ask now is, What is it that you, when you talk to these private lenders or when you talk to your partners, how do you approach them? What is it that you say to them to say, okay, yeah, hey, I have, I don't know, $80,000 in my life insurance policy. I want to invest that with you.
Yeah,
What does that look like? How do you go about building that credibility if they don't necessarily know who you are? And
sure.
yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great question. So when you're approaching someone, it's really just sparking conversation. There isn't a person in this world that's not interested on how they can make more money than what they're making today. Right? I've never had someone say, "Oh no, I'm good. I'm not trying to make more money." It's just not an existent in people's language, right? In people's vocabulary.
mhm.
So you find out, hey, you have 20,000, 10,000, 5,000, 80,000, 300,000, whatever they have. Where are you currently invested in now? And if they tell you, "Oh, I'm invested in the stock market," oh, that's amazing. I'm sure you've done great. What did your portfolio do last year? If they say they made 8% in the stock market, guess what? They're going to be ecstatic to make 12% with you investing in real estate. Right? If they made 10% in a bond last year, you know what? They're going to do backflips if they can make 12, 13% with you secured by real estate in the real estate market. Right. So it's all about finding out what they make now and showing them the potential what they can make working with you. It was secured by real estate. The biggest thing is we have collateral when these people are investing with us. If they buy a stock, if they buy crypto, there's no collateral. They get an email and they can log into an account and see where their money is. But we have real estate backing their money, which is collateral. It's a real asset, right? There's literally wars going on right now over real estate in this world, right? They're not making any more land, right? So that's what they have back in their money. It's the best asset. It's better than gold. It's better than anything out there, right? Like I said, it's the only way I know to do this stuff, man, and really scale your business. So
Yeah, that's really solid. Okay. I know for me, I'm gonna take that to heart because that's that's where I'm at in the process, talking with different
for sure.
partners, asking people, hey, I got this project, I need to raise 2 million. Hey, how can I do that? XYZ, or this is what the return could be for you. So my next question really is, how can I help you?
And just get my message out there, man, right? So I have Hero Homes University where we've been working on that for a while. I've helped thousands of people get started into real estate, and I've helped many people buy their first property and their second and their third and their fifth and their 10th, right? So just get the net message out there. The website is herohomesu.net. All
Mhm.
right. You can find all about our program. You can also find me on IG, right? I am Siam, Sayam. So put that out there in the comments and have them follow me. I truly believe that everybody deserves their chance at freedom, at wealth, and real estate is the best vehicle to do that. Right. So we do these challenges, and I'll share you the link to sign up for the challenge so that you can put it when you post the podcast. Right. We do these challenges. And these challenges is a week with me, just brainstorming, going over the fix and flip method, the Burr method, wholesaling, how to analyze deals. I share the calculators I put together to analyze deals in 5 to 10 minutes. We talk about how to analyze any market in those 5 days in the country. We actually analyze and evaluate real live deals that have been vetted by my team. And at the end of those 5 days, you can actually buy one of those deals and get your journey in real estate started live on the challenge, right? So every single person that has gone through my challenges over the past, call it year, has closed real estate within 3 months of leaving the challenge, right? If they truly want to, right? So being on these challenges, not for someone just interested, not someone that's curious. It's for serious people that really want to get into real estate, really want to change in their life. So just get the message out there because I've been successful in real estate, right? I like to say that I've made it to the top, right? But it's my duty to send the elevator back down and get as many of our people up to the top, guys. The doors are wide open, all right? Let's get in the real estate space. Let's carve a piece that belongs to us of this world. Right? Life is too short. Let's live our best life now.
Swear, where did? Yeah, I like that. So how? And I know you probably might say the same thing, but how can you help me?
Bro, man, I can help you. I mean, there has been too many aspects of the real estate space, right, that I have not touched. We've done fix and flipping. We've done new construction. We do rentals. We do multifamily. We have storage facilities, right? We have a hotel project in the Dominican Republic. We've done wholesaling. We've done the Burr method. There's not that many aspects in real estate that we haven't tried or touched. So I'm happy to guide you, be a mentor for you as you really break into this real estate space. Right? I do it for many people already, and I'm happy to help you get there. I get more I get more excitement, and and I get more fulfillment by seeing other people succeed. Buying another house for me, right, is not going to really change my life, right? We've already done a lot. I'm good. I got my rentals. I'm good. But when I see the people I help buy their first property, and I see the excitement in their face, and I see the how proud they are, and their parents are proud of them, that's why I do this for, man. So if I can help you get to your goal, right, I've gotten to my goal by doing that.
And you guys listening, like this is a real millionaire telling you he really wants to help you. Like so, any sort of stereotypes or oh people don't want rich people not trying to help you or rich people just did something wrong to get their money. You guys got to get that out of your head because you're hearing it from the man right now. He literally said it's his duty. So if you guys like with me, I reached out to him on social media and then just sent him a message. I saw that he had his programs and he was running some advertising. I just DM'd him and it wasn't like I had to jump through 30 different hoops or sell my soul to meet him or do anything like that. I just DM'd him like a regular person. He got back to me. I said, "Hey, let's do this podcast." And now here we are. So you guys listening, you guys can do the same thing. Hope definitely reach out to Siam, get on his campaign, find, learn through herohomesU.net. Um, and just really understand that everyone is just we're all people, like we're all human. So my next question is yeah, you did talk about your hero homes. Okay, so is there anything that you want to speak on or anything that you want to share about yourself with my audience or any
Yeah,
project?
man. Look, for me, it's all about family, right? So I'm a family man. I've been with my wife since I was in high school, right? We have two beautiful kids, two daughters that are 11 and 12. My brothers are in my business. I've got some brothers from other mothers, right, that are in the business. Some of my best friends are part of it. So for me, it's all about family, right? So what you need to do is you need to find your units, right? Who's your core that are ride or die, and no matter what, they always look out for you and wish you good. Because there's a lot of people out there that want to see you fail, right? There's a lot of people out there that want to pull you down. You find your core, you unite with them, you guys support each other, man, the sky is the limit. With that being said, I'm actually pushing for a TV show right now, which looks like we're getting some traction, all right? And it's called Brothers That Build, right? So it's a play on a few things, right? Obviously, we're brothers, right? Brothers by blood, brothers by skin color, right? And we're building real estate, but we're also building people, and that's kind of where the focus it is. Not only what we do, but showing us help other people do the same and build themselves. That's the whole premise of the show. So just get the message out there, get it out there, man. That's the best way you can help me and return anything I help you with. So
Yeah, that's cool. So, show is this where you guys are you guys doing projects or are you
it's actually us challenging other people to do projects,
okay.
right? And guiding them along the way. So we'll be filming next week a pilot episode. So hopefully it comes together and it actually takes off. But just get that out there, man. I really think it's going to be beneficial. We're going to
Yeah.
show steps, real steps of what to do, how to acquire deals, how to do marketing to owners directly, how to get the funding, and all that's going to be a TV show. There's been nothing like this. Every TV show is focused on the sponsor, right? Just having success and doing real deals. Like I told you, I'm good. My goal is to get other people good, and that's what the show's gonna be about.
Yeah, that does sound I would watch it because it's like you're challenging other people, hey, get this project done. And that's I mean, honestly, that's what I feel like we need, especially as black people, minorities, we need to challenge each other to just do better and just take advantage of America. It's all of these things, opportunities that are available here that aren't available other places, but specifically that are available here for us
Correct.
to just use and use to the fullest, maximize. Um, that's cool. So the TV show is called Brothers That Build. I'm gonna look out for that. I mean, you got my support, so I would watch
Thank
it.
you, man. Thank you. I appreciate that.
That's cool. I mean, yeah, definitely you got to get there, get out there in the media, have that media presence because that's how most people, get their values is through media. But I'm sure you know that. I don't have to tell you that. Um, so what are your goals? What are your goals?
It's kind of what I've already talked about, right? My goal. So I'm 30 years old, right? My goal is to grind for the next 5 years. all right, to get as many people in the game, and I'm gonna chill back and relax, enjoy my kids, enjoy my wife, enjoy life. Our goal has always been to get to 1,000 doors, which we're well on our way to get there, right? And then we're going to transition to like development where we are the sponsors, we're taking land and putting structures on it, and really giving back to the community, putting spaces that the community can enjoy, that the community will benefit with, include affordable housing because there's a huge shortage for affordable housing, and so that's next for us, right? That's next for us. But apart from that, just getting the message out there, man. Getting this show to get as many people started. I want to be the impetus, right? That takes our people and allows them to break the chains that they've been in all these years, to break this pressure pushing them down, right? So that we can all be free and really enjoy life to the fullest, man. Like I said, life's too short, man. Like I believe that why push off for tomorrow what you can do today? Because the quicker you get to your dream life, the longer you get to live it, right? So I want to be that impetus that helps people get to their dream life.
And that's cool. Yeah, man. I mean, you're doing it. I mean, you inspired me to reach out to you because, we need 10 of yous, and I'm trying to get, I'm following your footsteps, right? Because I'm 27. I'm 27, and so I'm trying to get to where you are. And I'll be honest, man, I'm trying to go farther than where you are. I mean, just
Let's go. I wish that for you, man. That would make me do nothing would make me happier. Let's do it.
yeah. Okay. That's cool. So I like hearing that because it's really genuine. Because you're right. It's sometimes people when they get into business, they kind of have this like competition or like dog eat dog world. But that in real estate, it doesn't work. Like it doesn't work. And so I guess not I guess, but one thing I do want to ask you is I've done some wholesaling in the past, and I want to how were you able to get everyone on the same page? Because one of the challenges that I faced in wholesaling is that it just felt like people kept trying to go behind me. Like I would have a property under contract, they would try to go behind me and try to cut me out of the deal. So what did you do to overcome that issue or to overcome, those challenges to make sure that you're getting your deals closed from owner to you to new
Yeah, no,
owners?
that's a great question. So yeah, in wholesale, there's a lot of grimy people that are always going to do that, right, and try to steal your deal. So some things you can do to kind of protect yourself is you can actually record the contract against the deed, right? So if you have a property in contract and you really do feel it's a good deal and you're going to close, you can record the contract with an affidavit so that anybody else that wants to buy this property, they need you to release your contract to buy it, right? Otherwise, when they run the title, they're going to see, oh, Demetrius got interest in this property. I can't buy this property without Demetrius getting paid or being removed from the process. Right. That's one way to protect your interest if you're the wholesaler that has the property in contract. I actually had it where I had a property in contract in Columbus, Ohio, and I had it bought, had it resold to somebody else. We're making like a $14,000 assignment fee. And when the seller saw it at the closing table, he said, "Man, screw Siam. I'm gonna go right to the buyer and try to sell it to them for $14,000 more." But he didn't realize we recorded the contract. So when he was in contract with the buyer, the title company calls me like, "Hey, Sam, we noticed that you have a contract filed against this property, right? Can you release it?" And I was like, "Well, he's trying to screw me." So I was making 14,000. So for 14,000, sure, I'll release it. So they had to pay me $14,000 for me to release my contract so he can close to the buyer. In the end, he still got the same price, right? So I got the money I wanted. I still got the same price. But these are things that you learn just being in the business, right? So the more you
Yeah.
learn, the more you earn, right? And you don't fall victim to some of those traps that other people do that are newer in the game.
Yo, I really got to tell you thank you, like, cause I didn't even know there was, I didn't, like, I honestly asked that question, like, I didn't know what you were gonna say. I didn't even know if you were gonna give me like a legit answer. But that was like a real like high level answer. Like I've never heard of that before,
Yeah,
and
bro.
I'm
Yo,
definitely gonna go
here's
research
the
that.
thing. People say, there's all these like fake gurus online, right? Talking about they're doing real estate. They might have done 10 deals and they feel like they're the expert in the space, right? There's a difference between a guru and a duru, right? So I actually do the business. My whole family is supported by the business. My brother and his two kids, my other brother, my mother, my dad, right? My cousins, all the people that work in my office. There's damn near 100 people being supported by our real estate business, if not more than that, right? So we actually do the business, and I'm not just reading a book and teaching people what we do, what we learn in a book. I'm teaching people what we actually went through over the past 15 years, and what we still go through each and every day. So I'm teaching from a real practice point of view and not theory, which is why I can give you stuff like
Yeah, because I'm like, what? I'm like,
that.
that's like a lifesaver. If you guys are out there
Mhm.
wholesaling or if you've ever wholesaled, you know what I'm talking about. And this, I've never heard this anywhere from no book, no teacher, no course, no class. And I read a lot of books. I mean, I got like 700 books here in my office. I haven't read them all, of course, but I've never heard that, right? So that's like stuff like that. I love that kind of stuff because that's like, I don't know, it just makes success more achievable.
For sure, for
Um,
sure.
that's really cool. Like you really just blew my mind right now.
There's a whole lot more than that, man. I'm only scratching the surface, brother.
Yeah, I'm trying to come back to reality, like come back to the ground. Okay, because I'm like, what? That's how you do a recorded contract with D with App David. That's cool. Um, man, so I told you what my goals are. I'm trying to become, billionaire by the time I hit 30, 2026. That's my birthday. Have that many property assets under management. So, um, currently, I just have this one property that I'm in currently, and I have another house that I'm working on in Mississippi. And then I had some other property. I had two quadruplexes. I sold one last year, and then I sold the other one like 3 years before that. So I'm trying to get still trying to get, raise capital, raise a little bit, to just, have that there from a couple of investors. Still haven't done a deal. I haven't done a deal though with that. I've looked at some properties in different states, Mississippi being one of them, and Georgia here, of course, Alabama.
Cool. And can I give you some insight?
Please, yeah.
All right. So a lot of people try to get super cheap properties, which I did over the years, right? And that's fine. You can do that, but it's going to be very hard doing that on the MLS with realtors, right? So you got to do marketing direct to owners, whether you pick a lead source that's a motivated seller. And for me, the best one has always been there's two of them in particular. The best one has always been delinquent taxes, right? I find people going to tax auction, and I reach out to them, 6 to 8 weeks before, and try to make a deal with them. That's one. And the second one is people that are delinquent on their water bill. Right. So you can go to the county and find recently filed utility liens and you market those people. And if someone has a $3,000 or $4,000 water bill, right, number one, it shows that they're financially distressed. Okay. And then number two, it also shows that the water is probably off in the house. If you got a $4,000 water bill, that water bill is off. That water utility is off. And if the water's off, the house is probably vacant. And that's a list that nobody's targeting. So it's like open water for you to go fishing to find properties. So those are the two targets I focus on if you're trying to get discounted properties. If you really just want to scale to $1 billion, $2 billion, what you're saying, the target should be finding renovated properties already. All right. And let me break that down for you.
Okay.
Pick, pick a market that has great yields. I did some research. Birmingham, Alabama, Rochester, New York, Detroit, Michigan, whichever you decide, right? Pick a market that has amazing yields. Find homes that are actually already flipped, that have already been renovated. You don't got to do nothing with it, right? You've raised money. You go to family offices to raise money, right? I don't know if you ever heard the term family offices, but family offices are groups that where the family is very wealthy and they're looking for investments to invest in. And most people love real estate, right? So if you Google family offices in Atlanta, Georgia, in Mississippi, in Birmingham, Alabama, in Detroit, Michigan, there's tons of them in every city. All right, so you call those family offices, you let them know that you're in real estate, you're offering amazing returns, you're looking for a partner, and they will throw money at you because they want to invest in real estate. Money finds deals. And if you have deals, the money will always be there. All right. And so you pick these markets, find homes that are between 80 to $100,000 in acquisition that are already renovated. So in Detroit, Michigan, or Birmingham, Alabama, if you find a four-bedroom home that for 85 to $90,000, right, and you just go ahead and put 20% down and get a DSCR loan, right, a debt service coverage ratio loan, from day one, call it 7%. Your mortgage payment is going to be around $800 for that property with taxes and insurance included. All right. A four-bedroom home in most cities, in most areas of Birmingham, Alabama, will rent with Section 8, okay, with Section 8 for $1,600 to $1,700 a month. All right, so let's put 1650. All right, just
Yeah.
to put it in the middle. So 1650, you're already factoring taxes and insurance with that mortgage payment. All right, so that means all you really have to do is just factor for maintenance and for management at that point in time. So let's just say that's another $100. That property will produce $700 a month free and clear for you every single month. And look at cities. When I tell you cities with high yields, also look at the appreciation in those cities over the past 10 years. Birmingham, Alabama has appreciated 7% per year on average for the past 10 years. So if you just buy that property at retail value, you're paying the mortgage down 3-4% every year. All right. That property continues to appreciate 7% every year. And you own that property for 5 years and cash flow $700 a month. Guys, your $16,000, $18,000 you put down to buy that property, right, is now 4.5 times greater over 5 years. And you've cash flowed the entire time, just factoring appreciation and paying down the mortgage. So you don't always have to buy something super cheap, all right, to make it a great deal. If you go out there and you raise money, you deploy that money, even if you split that deal with the person that gave you the money, the family office or the family member, whoever that gave you the money, you can come up on that deal significantly and they can have a great return, still 2-3 times their money, and everybody's happy.
I like that. I love that. I mean, that's a solid game plan.
Yeah.
Um, so with the family offices, um, I created well, I haven't gone to a family office, but I created a pitch deck. Do you think like a pitch deck is something that would be necessary, or would it be like a
Yeah,
different kind of
it helps get to the door, right? You call them, you speak to them, and you send them a pitch deck. And the ones that are interested are going to call you back. It's just a numbers game. You contact 50 family offices, you don't get 10, 12 of them call you back, and you start to close one, right? Because these are all high net worth individuals that have a lot of money they can deploy.
okay. Yeah, okay, work the numbers game. All right. Work the numbers game. Um, that's cool. That is so cool. So I know you mentioned you had a couple properties in the Dominican Republic and also you had a hotel. Is that you said that?
Yeah, a 7 room hotel, got a restaurant, got retail spots on it. So we bought that about a little over 2 years ago.
You say 7 or 70?
71 units.
71 units. Okay, why the hotels?
So the Dominican Republic is huge on tourism, right? So our exit strategy for that was, I'm half Dominican and half Ethiopian. I always wanted a reason to invest in the DR, and Africa's on my list next, so it's coming, right? So we wanted a reason to go there to be able to invest back to give back to our roots, and we bought that. And in the DR's economy is based on tourism, so we wanted a piece of it, right? And in our exit strategy, we bought it for $2 million. We spent just under $1 million renovating and holding it, and so that's $3 million. We did a syndication there again, right? We pull people's monies together, and our exit strategy for that was to take that 71 units and divide it into condos, sell off enough condos, all right, to break even and keep the rest forever with no money invested. So we sell about half, we break even, and we own the rest free and clear with no money. So every dollar comes in as profit after operating costs.
Man, that's genius. That's yeah, yeah, that's where I'm trying to be at, where I'm doing, consistent deals in that manner, right?
You will, my friend.
No money down. Thank you. I appreciate that. Especially from an older black man to a younger black man. We need more of that because a lot of times the older black people are afraid of younger black people, which which I mean for me, it's like I can't go higher than you guys, the people who are already here, allow me to, because if I'm, perceived as a threat to your success, I'll never be able to become more successful or more successful than you or just more successful than where I am. So
Yeah,
I definitely need, we know I love that you're saying these things because it's just breaking all kinds of just, chains and just different stigmas and just these different I don't even know what the word is, but basically it's just changing the culture. It's
for
changing
sure.
the culture. Um, yeah, that's cool. That's really cool. So with the syndications, what do you need to watch out for? What's like what kind of paperwork do you need to watch out for? What kind of
Yeah,
issues?
I would not do it yourself. Definitely get a syndication attorney to do it because there's a lot of legal stuff. You got to make sure you're targeting the right people. There's two kinds. There's one that you can market to anybody, and there's some that you can only get accredited investors to people that make 250 a year or more are worth more than $1 million. So if you don't do the right paperwork and target the right people, you can get yourself in trouble, right? So definitely get a syndication attorney that understands the game and make sure you have all the right paper signed by everyone who gets involved. So that's the really biggest thing. Just get a good attorney that really knows it and they can guide you along the process.
Okay. Okay. Um, and do you have a process for who you approach, or is your process what you were saying earlier about going to family offices?
So we do a lot with family offices, but in addition to family offices, I'm just always talking about real estate, right? So if you're new and you want to find private lenders, you want to find investors, you want to find potential partners, right? You just got to get yourself out there. What I would recommend to people that are new is go to meetup.com, okay? Go to Facebook and look at real estate related meetings in your area. Just make it a goal to go to one a week if you really want to get into real estate, right? And you go there and you go to one a week, you're going to meet 100 people at these meetings. All you need is a few of these people to be interested in working with real estate. They're there because they want to work in real estate or they already work in real estate, right? Even another investor could be your next private partner or lender on your deal. They just might sell a property, make 50, 60, 80 bands, right? And they need to figure what to do with that money if they don't have a project they want to roll it into next. They can fund your deal and split some of the profit with you. So just go out there, talk about it, tell everybody what you do, just spark conversations, and you'd be surprised at the value these people can add to your real estate business just by sparking conversations.
That's amazing. So I and then I I'm a firm believer in what you're saying. However, some of my audience they may say, well, how do I get this person comfortable? Like I've never 80,000. That's a lot of money. Like, and they're supposed to give it to me. What what do you do to build that comfortability,
Yeah.
that
So
trust?
so there's a lot of things. If you're gonna take on private money and you're doing marketing to find these deals that are discounted at market value, there's a couple things you do to keep somebody's money safe and make them feel comfortable. Number one, you let them know that when they're investing with you, all right, they're getting collateral. The collateral is real estate. They get to be the bank in the transaction. And everybody knows the bank always wins. Right. That's one. Number two, we're buying these properties discounted to market value. So if a house is worth $100, right, just to put it in simple terms, if a house is worth $100, we're all in on that house at no more than 70 cents on the dollar. So after renovation, purchase, we're all in at 70 cents. So you got margin to keep us safe. If the market drops, guess what? I can drop the price, sell it for less, but everyone still gets their money back. All right, that's two. Number three, we get insurance on every property that we own. So if the house burns down tomorrow, guess what? You get paid in full by the insurance company. Another level of security. And the biggest thing that people care about is that they get paid first before I see a dime as an owner. Right. So if we're doing a real estate deal and you get a mortgage on the property because you're a lender on the deal, guess what? Before I can see $1 off this deal when we go to sell it or refinance it, the title company is going to make sure you get all your money and interest before they give you anything. So you think that provides some comfort to them knowing that they're going to get paid first before I see anything? The answer is yes to that question. Right? So, and that's kind of how you just make them feel comfortable, right? Show them that you've done your research, show them real deals, bring them to the deal, let them see it and tour it, feel it, touch it, smell it if they want to, right? And make it real for them. And that gets people very, very excited.
Wow. Yeah, that's cool, man. I feel like you're a wealth of knowledge. I mean, by far.
Thank you, man.
You haven't written a book, you should write one. I'll buy it.
All right.
Definitely. And in my audience, you guys, if he comes out with a book, you already know what you need to do. Buy the book. Like
Let's go. Let's
coming with.
go. Let's go.
Um, for certain, for certain, for certain. So, um, I'm gonna call it. Just gonna call it there. I know it's about that hour time frame. I'm gonna go ahead and oh, can you tell the people where to find you out on social media like YouTube,
Yeah, man.
Instagram?
Find me on Instagram, right? Instagram is I am period spot Siam SAYAM. Follow me on Instagram. I give great nuggets, free information, where I give you guys advice on the real estate game all the time. I post every week, almost every day on that thing. So follow me on Instagram, on IG, right? Also, like I said, you can also go to my website if you're interested in learning more about the university. I have classes on there about the BRRRR method of building a rental portfolio, wholesaling, fix and flip, even commercial real estate project classes on there. So go on there and get there. And also, I'm going to share the link right where you guys can also click on it and get on my next challenge or the challenge after that if you don't miss this next one, right? And spend a week with me. Then we keep the room small. We keep these challenge groups to 50 people because I really want to work close with you and make sure by the end of this week you're all immersed into the real estate space. You can ask questions on there. You're gonna obviously get a wealth of knowledge. We're gonna look at real live deals, and on these challenges, I actually bring my private lenders onto the challenges and share it with the people on the challenge so they can use the same lenders to close their first real estate deal live on the challenge.
That's music. That's beautiful. That's music to my ears. You guys listening, I hope that's music to your ears, and I hope you're not even. I'm not even gonna say hope. I'm gonna just you guys make a plan to take action, massive action on everything he's saying here. I know I am. Um, so I really want to thank you for Cyan for coming on for this episode number 5. You
Let's
guys,
go.
we're gonna drop out some more episodes. They're gonna be hitting just like I don't know. Whoever comes after this, they're gonna have to. I might have to make it episode number 7 just so they don't have to be number 6 and come right after this.
They got to bring
So,
the heat.
all right, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Make sure to subscribe and do all that kind of stuff. All right, cool. I'm gonna pause it. Stop the recording. Yeah, stop.